Who shook your daughter? That is a question that I get anytime that I post about my daughter Krista, who suffered from shaken baby syndrome. She has since then passed away, so that was from the time span of 2017 to 2020 is when she lived. And so she was shaken, and the answer to that question is her biological father. So I was previously married. I'm currently married to a man named Canyon, who was her stepfather, and the one who shook her was her previous, biological father. And there is a lot of details that goes into that, because the next question is going to be, well, did he go to jail? And that's a very complicated, long story, but no, he did not go to jail. And so, I wrote all of these little details down in the book that I wrote about this, and that's why I took the time to write a book, because I just can't sit here and tell all of those details on a video, and if I did, it would take hours and hours. And so, to answer that question, who shook your daughter? It was her biological father. And again, a lot of details goes into that, such as, we were investigated by DCS, took polygraph tests, and then people are very upset and wondering why he never served jail time, which again, a lot of details goes into that. We went through court. In my opinion, the court system failed her in a lot of ways, and it was because she didn't die. So when a child is shaken, if they don't die, it's hard enough to get someone, placed into jail when the child does die, but much less when they don't die. So she lived through that, even though she did not have a good quality of life at all. She lived through that, and then he never ended up serving jail time. So if you want to check out our book, it's Going Through Trials with God, 7 Lessons Learned Through Shaken Baby Syndrome. That can be found on Amazon or Audible or Kindle. And that gives all the details, but I wanted to just clarify who it was that was blamed by, DCS investigators, and her biological father did. At that time, as soon as she was shaken and taken to the hospital, they did, I think it took them about a week, but they cut off all custody from him, so he wasn't able to see her unless, I was around, and he could not do overnight visits. So they did at least do that, and eventually, he wasn't able to see her, and he wasn't able to hurt her, and he wasn't able to hurt our other daughter. So long story short, it was him. And if you want to know all the little details, then grab that book.